Hello everyone, are you ready for another adventure? It's me, Woki, and I'm back with another Fake Grand Order video, and I just got finished working, so it's the perfect time to talk about the Chaldea Boys Collection 2025 pre-release campaign, which they just mentioned today. I was expecting it to be at some point during February. I was actually expecting it for the 25th, but they decided that instead it should be right when Valentine's end instead of 2 days before it, so that's going to be today's video. This is the last thing I was waiting for before I could talk about what's going to be happening in March, so I'm very thankful for that. So let's go right ahead. So the Chaldea Boys Collection 2025 pre-release campaign, here's the main info. In terms of a login bonus over 7 days, you'll get 8 silver apples, 3 HP and attack silver foe, and 3 Saint Quartz, along with, in the shop for dressmaking, a bunch of the White Day Spectacles units are going to be added to it, with various clear conditions if you want to get them for free. Like, for example, the Arjuna ones, clear Lost Belt 4. For Mordred, it's just clear London. For Enkidu, it's clear Babylonia. For Karna, it's Eplember Minum, which is the America Singularity. Clear Sin, which is Lost Belt 3. For Nemo, for Merlin, it's clear Babylonia. For Cuchulainn, it's clear America once again. For Gawain, it's clear Camelot. For Hajime, it's Solomon. For Medusa, it's Fuyuki. For Parsilis, it's London. For Sayacid, it's Salem. And for Nobukatsu, it's Solomon. Oh, excuse me, I'm yawning because I'm very tired. Forgive me. Next, the social media campaign, which is currently ongoing. Try to get as much reactions over on Twitter and Facebook. I don't know, sounds like both hell sites, but get as much reactions as you can so you can get that 6 Saint Quartz, man. It's worth it for that. The Man of Chaldea will be added to the monthly Mana Prism exchange. As you can see here, this gives Master Code EXP, Master EXP, Mystic Code EXP, and Friend Points. Plus 5, Max Limit Break 25, stackable. Yay, not a percentage, which is a choice for sure. And you can get this for 5,000. And then the Buddy Ring Silver, which is, I believe, from the previous event. And you can get it if you missed it for 300 Mana Prisms. It gives a 1 critical star when attacking using the engraved card, and then debuff resistance plus 10% 1 turn when attacking using the engraved card. And then a rare Prism Shop update, only for the players who did not get it last time, is the Chaldea Boys Collection 2024, which cost 3 rare Mana Prisms, and it's basically pick a previous... You don't get these tickets. It's pick one of these craft essence. So pick your favorite boy, and if you don't have a favorite boy, pick one of the 5 stars, and then you're good to go from there. We should be getting one this year as well. And then finally, the main reason that you likely clicked on the video. It's Arjuna Alter! That's right, he's coming back for a banner. There's a bunch of other dudes also getting banners. Arthur, Moriarty, Odysseus, Waver, Amakatsu, and Dantes, with the kind of breakdown going Amakatsu first, Odysseus, Moriarty, Arthur, Dantes, and Waver, and I will likely talk about those for different videos. But for the main focus here, we're only going to be talking about one boy, because if none of these others are going to tempt you to summon before Tiamat or Draco, but there is one boy on here, one special boy, that could potentially tempt someone to go for, and that's Arjuna Alter. If it's going to be any of them, it's going to be him. Plus, his banner also features the CEs from Valentine's Day 2024, if that is also your thing. The other ones also have the old events as well. Here are the craft essences, which is the one you can also get for a ticket exchange that you can see here. Alright, let's go into Arjuna Alter, shall we? Once again, talk about Arjuna Alter. He's a Berserker. He has 1 quick, 1 arts, 3 buster, 4 hits on quick, 2 hits on arts, 4 hits on buster, 4 hits on extra. His active skills are Anti-Evil, Unique EX, increase on attack for 3 turns, and then increase the damage against enemies with a debuff for 3 turns, except unremovable debuffs. 30% up to attack, and then if you are attacking someone with a debuff, 50% more damage on a cooldown of 5. His second skill is the Clairvoyance Transcendental EX, increases uncritical star absorption of buster cards for 3 turns, then charges on NP gauge, 600% to buster absorption and 30% to NP, on a cooldown of 5. Third skill is the Lamplight of the Soul EX, grants Stealth gut status for 1 time 3 turns, recovers own HP every turn for 3 turns, revives with a 2000 HP, and the HP regen is 2000, and the cooldown is 7. His passive skills are Madness Enhancement EX, Divinity EX, and then his third append skill is an anti-archer critical attack chance resistance, because trust no one, not even yourself. It's been a very long time since I've been able to say that, I just realized. And finally, his Noble Phantasm is the, oh god, Maha Pralaya, the revolving sword that adjudicates a reoccurring destruction, hell of a name. Rank EX Buster, hits 5 times, deals damage to all enemies. At MP level 1, it's 300% damage, and if you get them all the way to MP level 5, it's 500%. And then he also reduces their Buster resistance for 3 turns, activates first. Charge level 1, it's 20% Buster resistance, and if you get them all the way to the final charge level, it is 60%. Plus, he comes with a nifty costume thanks to this event where he has glasses on, which Paco did a fantastic job here. One where he is wearing glasses and one without glasses. It's his student council outfit, which is the one I use on my Arjuna Alter for the most part. And that's Arjuna Alter. Alright, so you're likely wondering how good is Arjuna Alter. Actually, is he as good as everyone says he is, which is one of the best units in the entire game? And the answer to may shock and surprise you is yeah, he is. In terms of what you want out of a Buster Berserker, he is 100% all about damage, and that's all he cares to do. He's simple, he's clean, he gets the job done. That's all you need. If you're looking for someone to easily clean stuff up, and you're looking for someone to just pure murder things, then Arjuna Alter's your guy. If you're looking for a little bit more support and stuff like that, you go for Morgan, who's has a lot more support to her kit, and in some cases a lot of people appreciate more of that. But again, that's at that point it's like a player thing. I just remember in Japan there was like a year where a lot of the JP fan base thought that Morgan was better. I can't really say much to that debate. I still think Arjuna Alter in terms of pure damage is better, but I also can't deny that Morgan is also Morgan, so it's kind of like they should just be able to coexist at the same time and be fine for the most part. It's like, damn, both of these things are insanely good, but which one is more insanely good, or it really doesn't matter at the end of the day when both of them are that insanely good. So yeah, he's fantastic. He's good at what you want him to do. The only thing that I can see as a negative is that if you're a brand new player, I've seen one new player really struggle with the fact that he has NP 30%, so that means if you want to do a full 3-turn loop, the easiest way and the most conventional way most people do it is that they use the do Vich and an Oberon method. And if you don't have Oberon, then obviously that hurts that method for the time being. You have to find ways around it and stuff like that. And if you're a brand new player, maybe it's a little bit easier to float towards Morgan, who doesn't really have to have the same burden as him of not having the full 50% NP charger when his stuff comes up again. But again, it's a minor thing in the grand scheme of things, I feel like. It's one of those things where eventually you will look to get Oberon because you do try and get Oberon, and then it becomes kind of null point for that point. And even then, without that, he's still extremely powerful in most, if not all regards. So, it's like the most tiniest of tiniest critique that I can give, but it is something that I remember seeing something, even though I'm like, well, I don't really necessarily agree for the most part. I'll bring it up just because I remembered someone talking about it, so it's worth bringing up to me at that point. Now, here's the harder discussion to have. It's very easy for me to talk about how good Arjuna Alter is. It doesn't take much time. This video is going to be very short for the most part, like 10 minutes. There's not going to be anything like, hey, go to this part of the video to check this out. It's not needed. It's a very short video. But the question that probably some people have is, should I go for Arjuna Alter over Draco and Tiamat? Maybe the roughest thing about him is that on JP, they technically had an additional month to wait, because obviously we get Draco and Tiamat at the end of March, and JP had it in April. So it's a little bit tough, right? especially if you're missing all 3 of them. For the most part, I always bring in Tiamat into the discussion just because I'm most obviously going to be summoning for Tiamat. And I remember I usually just use the shorthand of Draco to say it, but I remember someone getting, not mad, but being like, can you please acknowledge Tiamat? So that's why I always do it. So the answer is, should you, if you're going for Tiamat or if you're going for Draco, is it worth switching plans or is it worth going for Arjuna Alter? And I'll say in the meta sense, yes. Yeah, I do think he's better than both of them. It's a little bit of an unfair comparison, but most units are going to have unfair comparisons. It's simply just because Draco's an art single target, so they're not even trying to do the same thing. And Tiamat also kind of has like a different flow to her that is not like Arjuna Alter. And she's also both of them are also very good. So it's not like you're not going for a good unit regardless of which one you're going for. Trying to be as careful as I can here before. Listen, a lot of these units have a very passionate people behind them, and I don't want to make them mad by saying the wrong thing. Just know that it's also like 4 a.m. for me, so I'm very tired after work. So I'm trying to be as cautious. Please give me a break is what I'm trying to say here. But what I will say is that I always advocate for you going for the unit that you care about the most. If that unit is Arjuna Alter and you are fine with being like, I don't need Draco and I don't need Tiamat right now, I can go for them later, then that's perfectly fine. Go for your boy. I wish you the best of luck getting him. Simple enough, right? And if you care more about Draco and you care more about Tiamat, because you've been saying, I've actually been saving for like 2 years since they got announced, but also in those 2 years' time, I had plans to try and get Arjuna Alter, and I failed every single chance. I don't know, should I go for him here? Especially because on the JP version of the game, he kind of disappeared for a while there. So what is that going to happen to me? I can say that, for the most part, I believe he does return again. Now that he's tied to White Day, he will likely always come back sometime around White Day. And even in here, you can see he comes back for a Deal Call Campaign Part 4. Which was in 2023 for them. So he's coming back in November. So if you really want to save for it, and you're being like, this is post-summer, this is post a lot of things, there are still some pretty heavy hitters close to November, December, October. But if it's enough for you, like maybe it's better to just wait and save it for then. There's nothing wrong with that, of course. And like I said, White Day, he will be back a year from now that he's forever tied to White Day. I think it was very smart of them to tie him to White Day, because now we always know that Arjuna Alter will always be basically back in a year. And if he comes back before then in a year, that's good too. So if you've already been planning to summon for Draco and you already were planning to summon for Tiamat, I say stay the course, be strong, just your time will wait. Like FGO NA, specifically the NA version of the game. If you're playing JP, whatever, you throw caution to the wind if you play JP. But if you play NA, you have to take advantage of the fact that you know that these units are going to be coming back at certain dates. And if you're a big fan of Draco, I would be very cautious in trying to get your copy of Draco, because we just don't know on the JP side when they're going to bring her back. The only time she's ever come back so far, which is one time, is because they forced the event to come back. They had a vote thing, which is very funny, because they said basically Draco's going to be super rare. If you don't know this, she's not on traditional GSSR. She's only on the super crazy 30 paid quartz one, because of some bullshit that Nasu came up with that afternoon. And her banners don't come back very often as well. The only time we ever got it back is because after they announced that she was going to be super rare and basically she's not going to be showing up a whole bunch, they had a vote to bring back events. And by a landslide, this one won, and then so did one of the summers that they skipped over. So it was like, we forced them to bring it back. So it was like, oh yeah, this unit's going to be super rare and hard to get. And then we're like, nah, you don't do reprints? You don't do revives anymore? You're doing a revive of this one, motherfucker. You bring her back right here so we have more chance to it. The hell are you talking about? So, and maybe she'll be back this year, because I think they actually said that we're going to be bringing back every unit for this year. But regardless of anything, there you go. If you care specifically about Draco or Tiamat, again, I think that it's worth it, especially if you've been saving for an extremely long time. Stay the course, be strong. Arjuna Alter will be back in a year, and even if you don't want to wait a year, he'll be back in November, and that's perfectly fine to wait for him that long. It's nice now that we know that he's basically always going to be coming back, and you can always pick him up at any time, and he will always be there doing damage, killing fools. Perfectly good for you. And yeah, I think that's the basic cover of it. I wish you the best of luck if you're going for Arjuna Alter. Again, I love my Arjuna Alter. I use them whenever I want something dead. I use them a little bit less now just because I also have Cuckoo at MP5. So if I'm going to be using a Buster unit, I'm using her. And she has enough NP levels on her that I deal so much damage that I don't mind that she doesn't have type effectiveness against most units. It's okay. I'm perfectly fine with it. But anyway, that's the end of this video. Thank you very, very much for watching, especially if you made it all the way to the end. Again, apologies if the energy is very low, but it's also 4:24 a.m. I'm very tired. I got off of work, and I'm doing my best here. I will see you guys in the next video, which we'll be talking about. I know which one the next video is going to be. It's going to be the next video is going to be talking about what's going on in March. And based off of this video alone, of me spending most of it talking about the units at the end of March, it's the Requiem. It's the end of it all. It's Draco. It's do or die time. Looking forward to that. Till next time, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye.